hot seat tonight. We are ready to roll and give away a whole lot of money. I want to change one of these 6 lucky people's lives in the next half hour and give them a whole lot of cash. How about that, everybody? Give all the money away. Let's do it. Let's meet our contestants tonight. And in seat number 1 over here is Yasha Watkins, who survived earthquakes in California, a cyclone in Fiji, and a tsunami in Thailand. Adrenaline junkie Amanda Zuzik wants as many extreme experiences as possible. Paul Cook drove at 250 kilometres an hour on the Autobahn, then had an accident while he was stationary. Rebecca Moore is an ambassador for Beyond Blue, helping reduce the stigma of mental health. Rod Hard introduced rugby league to the Western Highlands of Papua New Guinea. And as a kid, Michael Rickson would climb out his window and walk on the roof until his parents found out. Yep, that's what happened. All right, good on you, everybody. Let's go. Yasha, let's play. Come on. Hello, Yasha Watkins.
Hello, Eddie McGuire.
From Ellesmere in Queensland.
That's right.
64 years of age.
Yes.
You broke your neck in a car accident.
Yes.
What happened?
I was driving out of Southport and lived at Helensvale on the Gold Coast at that point, and they were burning off grass on either side. And this was back in the 70s.
Yeah.
And fire, smoke all over the road. And a car just decided, we'd all stopped, obviously.
Yeah.
And car just decided, oh, I know this road. So he just planted his foot and drove straight up the rear of the car.
And snapped your neck.
Snapped my neck,
And
yeah.
that ended your Olympic javelin career.
Yes,
How were you
correct.
going? Tell me about your javelin career.
Well, I'd been in the top 3 in Australia for 12 years.
Yeah.
I'd been junior champion and then state champion for all of that time. I was planning on being in Moscow. But,
Yes.
they said that if you move that neck, you'll end up a paraplegic.
Yeah, well, that's
So-
a good enough reason to give up the javelin, that's for sure.
Oh, well, I haven't. I've come back.
Oh, you've come back?
Yeah.
How's it going? What are you doing?
I'm World Masters champion.
Good on you.
been
How
doing
about
it.
that? Yes. Hey. Survived 4 natural disasters: Fiji cyclone, San Francisco and LA earthquakes, and a tsunami in Thailand in 2004. Can I ask, of those experiences, what was the most frightening?
I think possibly the earthquake, because I was in the middle of a building and I was going down to the basement to do the laundry in an apartment building in LA, and the whole building just shook, and I thought, if this thing goes down, I will never be found. I'm at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And luckily it stayed up.
And luckily it stayed up, yes.
Good on you, Yasha.
Yeah.
Well, let's get some change of luck here, okay?
Thank you.
Do you want to win $1 million?
I would love to,
Let's
please.
do it. Let's play hot seat. Go. $100. When something is of little worth, it is colloquially said to be not much what? A, shank. B, rack. C, chop. D, backstrap.
I love these chops.
Chops locked in.
Chop.
Correct for $100. $200. Not much chop. Trumar Dillard is better known by what stage name? A, Alaska. B, Kentucky. C, Flow Rider. D, Connecticut.
Dillard. I'm going to have to pass, Eddie.
Passing?
Yes.
Catch you later. See ya.
Thank you.
Hello, Amanda.
Hi,
I'm really, really good. Amanda Zuzic
Yes.
is 23 years of age from Wollongong in New South Wales. Marion is your mum. Hi, Marion.
Hi, Eddie.
How are you? Well?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
Excellent. I'm very well. I'm hoping that young Amanda here will do really well.
Oh, I hope so too.
What are you going to do with all the money you're going to win?
Maybe ski in Japan,
Yeah.
buy a boat, buy a lot of Nutella. I think that was one of
Nutella?
mine. Yes.
Yeah.
I've always wanted one of those giant.
Those big ones that
Yeah,
you see?
yeah.
Okay. Hey, now, Amanda, you're a Masters of Financial Mathematics student at Wollongong Uni.
I am.
What are you going to do with your degree when you finish?
Well, I'm currently working part-time at Commonwealth Bank as a data analyst, so probably keep doing that. Get
Good
into
stuff.
risk analysis.
All
yeah.
right. Come on, Amanda. Let's get this out of the way. Do you know
All
it?
right. I think I do.
Trumar Dillard is better known by what stage name? Alaska, Kentucky, Flow Rider, Connecticut.
Lock in C, please. Flow
Rider, named after Florida. Correct for $200. as opposed to Kentucky and
I
Connecticut.
mean, they could be these days.
It could be any of those.
Someone could, yeah.
$300. What kind of animal is a yabby? A, eel. B, crayfish. C, crab. D, turtle.
B, crayfish, please, Eddie.
Lock in yabby is a crayfish for $300. $500. Which of these is officially worn by United Nations military personnel? A, black scarf. B, white handkerchief. C, blue beret. D, one-piece suit.
I actually have no
United Nations.
clue.
No clue?
I
You
think
can
I'm going to pass. 3 seconds.
See you,
Yep,
Amanda.
pass.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Go, Paul.
Hey, Eddie.
Paul Cook. 34 from Walkley Heights in South Australia. Kate is your sister. Hi, Kate.
Hi, Eddie.
How are you?
Good, thanks.
That's the way. Paul, you're a student. What are you studying?
Just about to start a finance degree, so I've already done a marketing one and trying to add another string to the bow.
Good on you, Paul. Let's go. Which of these is officially worn by United Nations military personnel? Black scarf, white handkerchief, blue beret, one-piece suit.
I saw something on the news the other day about the voting process going on for one of the heads of the United Nations, and they wanted that all the people would wear their blue berets into the field of combat and stuff. So I'll lock and see blue beret.
Lock and see blue beret is correct for $500. In the field, of course, they wear the light blue helmets, the sky blue helmets. All right, Paul, we are 11 away from $1 million. We're going to do it right after the break in the hot seat. Questions to go for $1 million. Paul Cook is ready to go for $1,000. Good luck, Paul.
Thank you.
Because of its similarity in appearance, cubic zirconia is used in jewellery as a substitute for what? A, gold. B, silver. C, diamond. D, pearl.
If I'm lucky enough to get engaged, I'll try and avoid buying one, but it is a replacement for a diamond, so lock and see. Thanks, Eddie.
Lock and see diamond. If you get the cubic zirconia here, you won't be getting married. You might get engaged, but not married. Correct for $1,000. $10 questions to go. 1,500. Body Lengths is a 2015 memoir by which Australian sporting champion? A, Kathy Freeman. B, Tim Cahill. C, Andrew Bogut. D, Liesl Jones.
He does have the longest length there, Andrew Bogut, of all of those bodies. I'm thinking it'd be to do with swimming, so I'm going to lock in D, Liesl Jones.
Liesl Jones is in and correct for $1,500. Liesl, of course, being the first Australian swimmer to compete at 4 Olympic Games in 2012 in London. Mel Meninga,
Yes.
childhood hero of yours.
Yeah, grew up just idolising the guy.
Your 20th birthday comes, the phone rings, and on the other end somebody says, "Hello, it's Mel Meninga."
Yeah, happy birthday. And
What do you say?
I said, my friend was, his name was Bevan. I said, oh, whatever, Bevan, shut up, and hung up the phone and got a call back a couple of minutes later, and he assured me that he actually was Mel Meninga. But Bevan passed me over to him and had to eat a bit of humble pie, but yeah, it was good to get, but yeah, I did not expect it.
All right, $2,500. The name of which of these Chinese dishes means fried noodles? A, congee. B, yum cha. C, chow mein. D, chop suey.
Not too sure with this one. I always think chow mein as being quite a wet noodle. I think I'm going to be better off passing, Eddie.
Passing?
We'll pass.
See you, Paul.
Not a problem.
Bye, mate. Hello, Rebecca.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm well, thanks. How are you?
I've got to say, that is the most beautiful dress. I love it.
Thank you.
Those black... How good are those black and white stripes, hey?
Thank you.
That's a magnificent dress. Rebecca Moore's from Rutherglen in Victoria, the wine country.
Yeah.
A third-year nutritional medicine student, which might be handy here. 45 years of age. Morgan is your niece. Hi, Morgan.
Hi, how you going?
How are you going?
Good, thank
That's
you.
the way. Greg is your husband of 7 years. Lucas is 7. Ryan is 5. Your 2 boys.
Yep.
You confident you know this one? Nutritional medicine student.
I'm hoping.
I suppose that doesn't really help you, does it?
Not really.
But it could. Anyway, let's hope.
I'm hoping.
You have to
I'm
answer
hoping.
this, Rebecca. The name of which of these Chinese dishes means fried noodles? Congee, yum cha, chow mein, chop suey.
I don't think it's A, congee, and yum cha I think is like the buffet kind of thing that they have. So I'm tossing up between C and D. Wow.
8 seconds.
I'm gonna lock in
5.
D, chop suey.
Locked in. Rebecca, no, it's chow mein. A dish of fried noodles with shredded meat or seafood and vegetables.
Not to worry.
Oh, Rebecca.
Not to worry. It was great to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
Yeah,
Good on
thank
you.
you so
See you
much.
later.
See you later. Thanks. Bye.
Go, Rod.
Eddie,
How are you, buddy?
good mate.
Rod Hard is 72 years of age, a retired financial planner from the Ponds in New South Wales. Peter's an old mate of yours. G'day, Peter.
How you going, mate?
How long have you two blokes known each other?
Just a
4
couple of
years. We
years.
both live at the pond, so
Up at the Ponds.
Yeah.
Cheryl is your wife of 27 years. 4 kids, Sol, Brendan, Jared and Lauren. Hey, Rod, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back and play 8 questions for $250,000 in the hot seat next. $2,500 question coming up on the way to $250,000. Rod Hard is playing for $2,500. Good luck, Rod. Here it comes. Who stars in the title role in the 2016 film Dirty Grandpa? A. Al Pacino. B. Jack Nicholson. C. Robert De Niro. D. Dustin Hoffman.
Always confuse these two. It's either Pacino or De Niro. Wasn't Jack or Dustin. I'll lock in C.
Lock in
Robert
C.
De Niro.
It's right for $2,500. $4,000. An English sonnet is a poem typically composed of how many lines?
14.
A, 5. B, 8. C, 10. D, 14.
Lock in 10, 14.
Lock in what?
D.
Oh, D. You said lock in 10, 14.
No, 10, D. 10, D, 14.
Can't lock in 2 of them there, right? 14's correct for
14
$4,000. 14 lines long and it typically has 10 syllables in each line. 6,000. Which of these organisations was founded by Lord Baden-Powell? A. Red Cross. B. Amnesty International. C. Scouts. D. Flying Doctors.
Lock in C, Scouts.
Lock in the Scouts. Be prepared. Correct for $6,000. Former military officer and veteran of the Boer War. Founded the scouting movement in the early 1900s. Right. 5 questions, 5 contestants. Everyone's in play. This for $10,000. Which of these is the name of one of the longest rivers in the Northern Territory? A. Queensland. B. Victoria. C. Tasmania. D. South Australia.
Lock in B, Victoria.
Lock in B. Victoria. Victoria's correct for $10,000. The Victoria River, over 500 kilometres long, flows into the Timor Sea, popular place for fishing, for barramundi and bird breeding area. Introduced rugby league to the Western Highlands of Papua New Guinea in 1963.
That's right.
I reckon they would have liked playing rugby league up there.
That was. Yeah, that's where the best players come from in New Guinea now.
Yeah. Still to this day, you must be proud when you see somebody come out of that area.
Well, it does. I picked up an article in a rugby league was sent to me about 12 months ago, and there was a big article about it, and that's where I got the story. I didn't realise I'd been given that value.
Good on you, mate. That's wonderful,
good.
Rod.
Yeah.
Let's go for 20,000. What was the first film rated X in the US to win the Academy Award for Best Picture? A. Midnight Cowboy. B. Unforgiven. C. The Silence of the Lambs. D. Platoon.
Platoon and Unforgiven came later. Midnight Cowboy was the first one with Dustin Hoffman, and I think that was X-rated. Silence of the Lamb, Violence. No, I'll stick with A, Midnight Cowboy.
Midnight Cowboy is in. It's correct for 20,000. 1969 film starring John Voight and Dustin Hoffman won 3 Academy Awards. The film was rated X in the US, although the rating was later downgraded to R. Good on you, Rod. You're going beautifully. Amanda, I'm sorry you're out of action
That's
now.
all right.
Which means Yasha could still win $50,000. Michael, we haven't met yet. You could get up here, 1 question for $100,000. Rod, for you, 3 questions for $250,000 when we return on the hot seat next. Rod Hard is in the hot seat and is playing beautifully. 3 more answers, Rod. That's all I need. Correct answers, and I'll give you $250,000 cash. What would you do with that?
I've never got so close to that before. I haven't had a chance to think about it.
Yeah.
I'd travel. The daughter's got a wedding coming up at the end of the year, so that'll help things.
That'll help. 4 kids. Sol, who's 42.
Yeah.
Brendan, 40. Jared, 25. Lauren, 21.
Yeah.
Cheryl has been your wife for some 27 years.
That's correct, yeah.
Good on you, mate. Let's go for 50,000. Prior to forming the Eagles, Glenn Fry and Don Henley were in the backing band for which of these singers? A. Susie Quattro. B. Linda Ronstadt. C. Dolly Parton. D. Stevie Nicks.
No idea. I don't think it was Susie. And Stevie Nicks.
20 seconds.
The Eagles. I've got no idea. Absolutely none.
10 seconds.
Let's go with Linda Ronstadt.
Log it in. Just a blind guess.
Absolutely a blind guess, mate.
Linda Ronstadt, whose band was the Stone Ponies later on. She had a couple of handy backing band players at one stage by the name of Glenn Fry and Don Henley. Correct for $50,000. Yeah, Henley and Fry formed the Eagles with Bernie Leadon and Randy Meisner while touring with Linda Ronstadt in 1971, and when Linda Ronstadt was admitted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2014, Glenn Fry gave the induction speech, the late, great Glenn Fry. Yasha, thank you for being part of it. Cheers for you. That's it. It's not about you anymore, Yasha, I'm sorry.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being part of the show. Michael, you're still a chance to win $100,000.
That'd be very nice.
You could walk from there to there and get $1,000 and then 100,000. Rod, you're the man. Get this right, I'll give you $1,000, and then we play for $250,000 cash. You ready?
Let's go.
Let's do it. Diastema is the medical term for which of these? A, flat feet. B, a high heart rate. C, webbed fingers. D, gap between 2 teeth.
I don't think it's B. Yes. liable to be A or C, one of the unusual ones, I suppose. Or gap
Diastema.
between two teeth. You can't get more unusual than that.
10 seconds. Diastema. 6.
Let's go with A, flat feet.
Locked in?
Yeah.
Locked in. Diastema is the medical term for the gap between two teeth. Usually 2 front teeth. Of course, Madonna's got that. The term also refers to abnormal spaces in other parts of the body. Rod, you answered 6 consecutive answers and you missed by 1. Thanks, mate. Well
Thanks, mate.
played. Good on you. Thanks, Rod. Yeah, you picked it up, mate. Thank you, mate. I dropped my card. Good on you, Michael.
No worries, Eddie.
Mate, for walking over and picking up my card, which fell on the ground, I'll give you $1,000. How about that?
Thank you very much, Eddie.
Michael, I'm going to ask you one question. If you get it right, I'll give you $100,000 cash.
Oh, wow, that would be amazing. That's awesome. I have to thank Ron for all his hard lifting, heavy lifting.
You better thank Rod as well.
Rod, my apologies. Mr. Hard.
That's it.
Yeah.
Hey, now, Michael, you're a science student at Melbourne University doing 3rd year. You're 21 years of age. You're from Don Vale. You're a single bloke.
Yep.
You last year went to Canberra with the Melbourne University Liberal Club.
I did indeed, yes.
Met Scott Morrison, Julie Bishop, Christopher Pyne, Tony Abbott and many other members of Parliament.
The whole lot, yeah.
How was that?
Oh, that was fantastic.
Yeah?
Being able to see it all in action and meet such powerful and influential and well-known figures is just amazing.
The dream of every 21-year-old man, that's for sure.
Some.
Yeah, spent 3 months in France as an exchange student.
Yes, indeed, yeah. I learnt a lot of French there and stayed with a French family near Lyon in Chambéry.
Yeah, and you skied and you took a joyride into Dad's old Ferrari.
Yes, yeah, they're well off and he offered it to me and I was like, yeah, we're going. Let's go.
Good stuff, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, good. $100,000.
Oh, wow.
What are you going to do with that?
I would love to put a deposit on the house. I'd love to spoil my mum and have a day spa for her and a few other goodies and give Dad a few golf lessons so he can ace it out on the golf course.
Good stuff, mate. All right, let's go. We're going to take a break. When we come back, relax, mate. What's your problem?
Oh, yeah, it's fine. Let's go there.
Oh, well, let me know if it's an issue or not. Michael, sit tight, mate. We might be crossing to Canberra. They might be very excited to know you're here. Let's go to the news break, and when we come back, we're playing for $100,000 cash. Michael's in the hot seat. Michael Rickson from Don Vale in Victoria. Come on, buddy. Let's give him $100,000. What do you reckon? All right. Michael, don't settle down. Don't clap too much. He hasn't done anything yet. He's walked from there to there. He's got $1,000. Come on, you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
For $100,000. Born in 1914, William S. Burroughs was a famous American what? A, writer. B, doctor. C, politician. D, actor.
Right, so when I saw this, writer stood out to me before they came out, but it just sounded like a kind of surname for a writer. Politician, I would have heard of him. Doctor, actor, I don't know much about films. Still, I probably would have heard him if he was an actor. Doctor, writer.
William S. Burroughs, born 1914. 12
Sorry,
seconds.
1914.
10.
World War I. Okay.
8.
Let's go for a writer. Lock in a writer, Eddie.
Locked in. A writer. You don't really know William S. Burroughs, do you?
No. Don't know.
You don't think he's a politician because you're a bit of a political junkie, aren't you, with the Melbourne University Liberal Club?
Yep.
He's not a politician.
Okay.
So you can keep your membership at the Melbourne University Liberal Club. You're a science student.
Yep.
He's not a doctor. So you're not going to be embarrassed when you go back to university.
Okay.
Is he an actor or a writer? It's a good name for an actor, a good name for a writer, isn't it? William S. Burroughs. You locked in writer, didn't you?
Yeah. Yep, I did.
Yeah. I'm enjoying watching you squirm. That's why I'm taking this out. Born in 1914, William S. Burroughs was the famous American writer. You've won $100,000. Good stuff, mate. Yay! How about that? Fantastic. He was one of the beat generation. Don't worry about that. Your microphone's fallen off. Don't worry about the microphone. You can buy us one. He was one of the beat generation authors. Possibly his most famous work was the 1959 novel The Naked Lunch.
I'm going to read one of his books.
You can buy the library of them now.
Yeah.
Now look after Mum. Pay off your HECS fees. Put a deposit on a house. You're 23 years of age. You're at university. You've done everything beautifully. Now you've got 100 grand. Away you go, son.
Thank you, Eddie.
How about that? Michael Rickson just won $100,000. One answer. One answer, he won 100 grand. See you next time in the Millionaire Hotseat. Good night. Tonight, we are ready to roll and give away a whole lot of money. I want to change one of these 6 lucky people's lives in the next half hour and give them a whole lot of cash. How about that, everybody? Give all the money away. Let's do it. Let's meet our contestants tonight. And in seat number 1 over here is Yasha Watkins, who survived earthquakes in California, a cyclone in Fiji, and a tsunami in Thailand. Adrenaline junkie Amanda Zuzik wants as many extreme experiences as possible. Paul Cook drove at 250 kilometres an hour on the Autobahn, then had an accident while he was stationary. Rebecca Moore is an ambassador for Beyond Blue, helping reduce the stigma of mental health. Rod Hard introduced rugby league to the Western Highlands of Papua New Guinea. And as a kid, Michael Rickson would climb out his window and walk on the roof until his parents found out. Yep, that's what happened. All right, good on you, everybody. Let's go. Yasha, let's play. Come on. Hello, Yasha Watkins.
Hello, Eddie McGuire.
From Ellesmere in Queensland.
That's right.
64 years of age.
Yes.
You broke your neck in a car accident.
Yes.
What happened?
I was driving out of Southport and lived at Helensvale on the Gold Coast at that point, and they were burning off grass on either side. And this was back in the 70s.
Yeah.
And fire, smoke all over the road. And a car just decided, we'd all stopped, obviously, and car just decided, oh, I know this road, so he just planted his foot and drove straight up the rear of the car
and snapped your neck.
Snapped my neck,
And that ended your Olympic javelin career.
Yes,
How were you
correct.
going? Tell me about your javelin career.
Well, I'd been in the top 3 in Australia for 12 years.
Yeah.
I'd been junior champion and then state champion for all of that time. I was planning on being in Moscow. But
Yes.
they said that if you move that neck, you'll end up a paraplegic.
Yeah, well, that's
So-
a good enough reason to give up the javelin, that's for sure.
Oh, well, I haven't. I've come back.
Oh, you've come back?
Yeah.
How's it going? What are you doing?
I'm World Masters champion.
Good on you.
I've been
How
doing
about
it.
that? Yes. Hey. Survived 4 natural disasters: Fiji cyclone, San Francisco and LA earthquakes, and a tsunami in Thailand.